Right now on Apple Valley News Now live at 6, tragedy brings Sunnyside High School students together. Discover how these advocates are creating lasting change. Plus, your vehicle can quickly become a death trap as Tri-Cities temperatures rise. We'll tell you when and how to act. And time is running out for candidates wanting to lead Milton Free Water. Discover what the city manager role means for 7,000 residents.
And from the Kittitas Valley to the Columbia Basin and beyond, lots of sunshine. It's a beautiful Thursday. Get ready for Mother's Day weekend. All the details on what you can expect. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Thank you so much for joining us here for the news at 6. I'm Wendy Redman. Austin is anchoring Good Morning Northwest. A group of students at Sunnyside High School is making a difference, creating a district policy to honor their classmates who have passed away this year. Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz got a chance to sit down with the young changemakers to learn how they're bringing the community together.
When Sunnyside resident Cassandra Ramirez lost her brother Israel to a hit-and-run crash earlier this year, she says that she asked his high school for a simple request.
Just to say his name was not enough for our family. We felt like he needed a chair out there knowing that he accomplished this, because the last time that I was with my brother, he wanted to graduate.
Ramirez says that the school district said no to the chair, leaving her family upset and feeling that Israel deserved more. For years, students and families have been asking for the same thing in order to honor their loved ones, and they've been getting told no every time. But now that all might be changing because one group of students is not giving up. This is Ilema Osorio and Brianna Quintero, both students at Sunnyside High School. They, along with another student, are leading not just a push to set chairs out for graduation this year, but to make it a permanent practice.
I have from perspective because my brother would have been class 2026, and this would have been such a big milestone, for him and, for all the students. It's just important to families, I feel like, and also as friends too, all these kids advocating for their friends.
It all started in February when a group of students and teachers met with the school's principal to advocate for putting the chairs out. The students say that after those discussions, they took their campaign to the district school board, where they started working with officials to create a district policy. But as the students were working on a draft, the school board's president pulled it for further discussion.
I felt like even though it was great work that they had already initiated, it needed more. It truly needed more. And I also felt that because we were in a rush to try to get this done by graduation, I don't feel that we have been given enough time to discuss it and actually look at it and look at different perspectives.
The students say that they ended up changing some of the wording in the policy after a lawyer took a look at it for the district. After more fine-tuning, School District Policy 2405 got its first reading at the board's April meeting.
If you were in this position, what would you want for your loved one or your child? I believe that many of you would want the same thing we're asking for now.
Because of the fact that we've been able to voice our opinions, it's made our school district a lot better in the sense of our students have a lot bigger sense of community now.
And I'm really happy if it does get passed, but I'm pretty sure I feel like it will. And I just I'm so grateful that it'll go on for I don't know how many years.
If it does get passed at the board's next meeting, the policy will also allow the school to give an honorary diploma and read the names of students who have passed, with permission from the family. It's something that the students are super excited about, and in reflection, they're proud of the work that they've done.
It's honestly really not surprising, but bittersweet to see how close we've all gotten because of this. So yeah.
They've all kind of come together and said, no, this is the right thing to do, and we're going to support everybody. So it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to witness as a teacher.
The next school board meeting will happen here at 810 East Custer Avenue on May 27th at 6:30 p.m. Reporting from Sunnyside, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
The school board's president says the policy is the first of its kind in the Yakima Valley, and she expects it to pass with a few more minor changes. All right, let's go ahead and switch gears now, get you that first check on weather with Stacy Lee. So Stacy, a little reprieve from the strong winds was pretty nice today.
Yeah, it was warm but beautiful today. Absolutely gorgeous. We just watched the cruise ship pull out of port and take off on this lovely Thursday evening. 79 degrees. Winds have picked up a little bit. They're coming from the southeast at 7 miles per hour. humidity at 20%. All right, current temperatures looking pretty mild today. So remember, we were hovering just under 90 or right around 90 earlier this week. Now we're down just below 80. All right, winds have also been cooperating nice and light. That's going to change tomorrow. We have a wind advisory in place for the Kittitas Valley. As far as tonight goes, very comfortable, very mild, down in the 50s and 60s by 11 o'clock. Tomorrow, here's where things get kicked up again. We have another short wave moving in from the coast. It's going to bring some breezy to gusty winds, especially in those wind-prone areas like Ellensburg, but also down Hermiston, Pendleton, and Walla Walla. Foothills of the Blues are going to see that. That could impact balloons trying to get up in the air tomorrow in Walla Walla, but Saturday's looking more promising, as is Sunday. Your reason to smile comes from Ellensburg today. Our good friend Vicki sent this one in. Look at those beautiful clouds. She took this photo on top of Craig Hill. Thanks for sending that in, Vicki. Use that QR code to send your weather photo in. All right, so get ready for strong gusty winds, blowing dust possible in the area. A beautiful Mother's Day weekend, and then we're going to be flirting with 90-degree temperatures next week. I'll get to all those details coming up. Wendy?
All right, Stacy. With temperatures climbing in the Tri-Cities, law enforcement is reminding people how quickly cars can turn dangerous for kids and pets. Even on mild days, officials say the inside of a parked car can heat up fast, creating life-threatening conditions in just minutes. Troopers say these situations are often accidental, happening during everyday routines like errands or daycare drop-offs. They're urging drivers to always check the back seat before walking away, and they say bystanders can make a difference as well. Many rescue calls start with someone noticing a child or pet in distress and speaking up.
Now, if you come across that and you see that, immediately dial 911 and notify dispatch what you observe, whether it's a child in distress or a pet that was left behind in a vehicle. And depending on what dispatch tells you to do, you may end up breaking a window to save a life.
Authorities say taking just a few extra seconds to check your back seat could save a life this summer. A former Yakima area teacher is under arrest, accused of having an illegal relationship with a student that began in 2009. Yakima police say the investigation started in March after a former West Valley student reported the relationship, which began when she was apparently 15 years old and then continued on for years. With help from the U.S. Marshals, the suspect was arrested outside his home in Kent. He now faces charges including third-degree rape of a child and communicating with a minor for immoral purposes. Kittitas County deputies say a 20-year-old Ellensburg man is in jail tonight after a stabbing and crash along Vantage Highway. Here's what we know. Investigators say just before 10:15 Wednesday night, a man was found bleeding from a neck wound near milepost 16. The suspect, identified as Eduardo Salgado, left in a black Nissan Altima. Minutes later, deputies responded to a crash near milepost 8 and say they found that same car had hit a pole. Salgado was taken into custody. The victim was flown to Harborview Medical Center. Salgado was booked on a recommended charge of attempted murder. The Walla Walla Sheriff's Department says charges could be coming to a Walla Walla dog owner after their 2 dogs apparently killed 15 lambs at the Walla Walla High School farm. The Sheriff's Office says it is investigating the attack that shocked the school community Wednesday morning. Authorities say the 2 dogs traveled about a quarter mile to get to campus, and it's not clear just yet how they got into the lamb's enclosure. The Sheriff's Office says it hopes to finish the investigation and hand over it to the prosecutor's office by next week, which is when potential charges could be handed down. So, of course, we'll keep you posted there. Meanwhile, the Walla Walla community is rallying around Wahi's agriculture program tonight. Walla Walla Public Schools now launched a fundraiser to help replace animals lost. School officials say donations will help students continue ag projects and prepare for the upcoming fair season. The fundraiser is now open to the public online. You can find a link on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. The city of Milton Freewater is continuing its search for a new city manager as leaders work to find the right person to guide the community forward. Apple Valley News Now's William Albert explains where that process stands.
The city of Milton Freewater is looking for a new city manager. The city of around 7,000 people in Umatilla County has been the center of grape production for wine and agriculture for several years, while also operating the oldest electric municipal public utility in the state of Oregon. The city, which also has its own aquatic center, has had experienced interim city manager Tim Johnson serving in the role for the last 6 months. However, that is expected to change soon.
Due date for applications is coming up next week, the 13th. If you're interested in applying, we're more than happy to accept your resume. And then shortly thereafter, the council will look at the resumes, applications, identify and invite candidates. They'll go through an interview process.
Johnson says candidates will go through an interview process with the mayor, city council, and community organizations before a final selection is made. However, Johnson says he's been able to serve in the role through an interim service corps program, which brings experienced city managers to communities in need.
Because of the decades of experience, you can walk into a community and know immediately what the issues are that are before that community, what they're addressing, what needs to be done in a short order, everything from doing fiscal budgetary work from mid-year to actual presentation of new budget.
And experience is something Johnson has plenty of, serving in leadership roles throughout his career in some of the largest cities in the country, including San Francisco, Sacramento, and San Diego.
Been involved in a community that's hosted not one but 2 Super Bowls, an American Cup, World Cup, USPGA Open, a whole host of activities, so many to make mention of.
Despite that experience in larger cities, Johnson says he has also worked in smaller communities across the country through this program, with the goal of leaving each city in a better position.
You try to do the very best that you can within the context of what you're given, and you try to present the city in the best light for it, because you need to understand that you are there to help get as much taken care of for who will be the next city manager.
The city of Milton Freewater is moving closer to selecting its next city manager, with applications due May 13th. In Milton Freewater, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
City officials say they hope to move quickly after the May 13th deadline to begin interviews and select their next city manager. Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now live at 6, it's almost time to put on your Derby hat, the event supporting Tri-Cities animals in need. And if you're planning something special for mom this weekend, stick around. Stacy has your full First Alert Mother's Day forecast. Keep it here.
A real meal deserves a real dessert, like the DQ $7 meal deal with your choice of all this for just $7. Because a full-size meal without that satisfying sweet treat, that's like chicken strips with no dip, like a burger with no bun, like a sundae with no drizzle. Treat yourself to an honest-to-goodness meal with full-size fries, a drink, and dessert for just $7. And for a limited time, try our new honey sriracha dip. DQ, happy tastes good.
Why are all these bugs in here? I just cleaned the house. I need a Zevo. I'm plugging in my Zevo cause it's parties tonight. It's gonna be strong, putting bugs in the past cause it traps with blue UV light. I need a
Zevo is 5 times more attractive to flies, working 24/7 to kill 99.9% of bugs trapped, with no odor and no mess.
We got a Zevo.
Did you know CancerGuard can help screen for multiple cancers?
Good to know.
CancerGuard helps screen for over 50 cancers, even before symptoms appear.
Wait, what?
It's one simple blood test.
That really is good to know.
CancerGuard, from the makers of Cologuard.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2026 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2026 inventory. Deep, deep discounts. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
My mind felt hazy and gray.
I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowifeel.org.
Your time is a luxury. Let your lawn reflect it. Perfection Lawn Care is your private grounds team obsessed with detail. Crisp lines, lush turf, and preventive care that stays ahead of every weed and worry. We take on the heavy work and the fine details, season after season, so you don't have to. Choose a tailored package, come home to perfection, and never lift a finger. Perfection Lawn Care. Elevate your curb appeal. We'll take it from here.
Max, go get the ball. Go get the ball, Max.
When you're ready for more space to play and more peace and quiet, Numerica has flexible home loans so you can get more for what you love. Find your more with Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Welcome back. A Tri-Cities Animal Rescue fundraiser is putting a Kentucky Derby twist on supporting local pets in need. The Benton Franklin Humane Society is hosting its Wags Whiskers Run for the Roses event. It's this weekend in Kennewick. Organizers say the Derby-themed gala will feature dinner, cocktails, live entertainment, and both silent and live auctions. The event is designed to raise money for life-saving programs, including medical care, shelter, and adoption services for animals in need.
So we get to wear big, extravagant hats and spring dresses. There's going to be a lot of fun, different, unique games this year based on kind of a Kentucky Derby concept. We have an amazing amount of donors who gave baskets and stuff for our silent auction. There's so much unique stuff, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, many great reasons to go, and here's another. Our very own Austin Reed is this year's MC. The event takes place this Saturday, May 9th at Zintel Creek Golf Course in Kennewick. Organizers say a special tribute will be held in memory of a beloved volunteer who recently passed away, marking the launch of their new Champion Fund. 1 year after unauthorized water hookups were reportedly discovered at the Richland Airport, the fallout for Port of Benton commissioners is growing. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen spoke with investigators, airport tenants, and recall organizers about what happens next.
The city of Richland says crews have shut off unauthorized water hookups, serving about a dozen private hangars at the Richland Airport. We're told the lines were found during fire hydrant testing last year. Now, they're at the center of a Franklin County criminal investigation and a growing fight over Port of Benton leadership.
As they go through the investigation, the possible crime or probable cause of crimes, they'll surface, such as theft of services, official misconduct, all those type of things. So the investigator...
Sheriff Raymond says investigators are now working to figure out how the hookups were installed, who signed off, and whether public services were improperly used.
Our investigators aren't going to come to any conclusions other than this RCW says this, and these are the facts. Does it rise to, what a standard of probable cause?
But some airport tenants dispute the idea the lines were illegal. Sundance Aviation owner Cliff Dyer says many believe the water system was approved decades ago.
These water hookups are now 30 years old, so private industry, in their investment in building the hangars, put the piping in with the agreement that the port would meter the water to that area.
Dyer says the controversy is now hurting confidence in the airport's future.
We've just got an attitude right now that I've got a number of people coming to me saying, what's my hangar worth? I'm ready to get out. That's going to drive values down.
Recall organizers say the city shutting off the water only builds their case against port leadership.
It shows that they refuse to take care of it themselves. They're going to keep doing what they want to do, and the only way to stop it is to get them off the commission.
We reached out to the Port of Benton. A spokesperson says the port can't comment during the investigation. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Sheriff Raymond says investigators are still in the early stages of the case, but expects it could take at least another month before findings are turned over for review.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And it's been a beautiful day, but get ready for a windy day tomorrow and another alert day for the valleys, basin, and foothills, where we could see winds 30 to 55 mile an hour, especially in the Kittitas Valley. We have a wind advisory there now. Plus, we're going to be keeping an eye for blowing dust in our area. This is right now where the advisory is at. It may grow tomorrow, but for now, Ellensburg from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. The rest of the area could potentially see some blowing dust. This happens often this time of year and on I-82, 395, 84, 240, and Highway 24. So if you're traveling in those areas tomorrow, just be aware. All right, a live look in Ellensburg tonight at the rodeo ground, 73 degrees. Your feels like temp is 75. Winds are a little bit breezy coming from the northwest at 18 miles per hour. And our temperatures for tonight are going to be once again comfortable, good sleeping temps down in the 40s and the 50s with mostly clear skies and good for stargazing. The ridge of high pressure, it's holding on. It's not moving. In fact, actually, it's moving more to the east. It's made it now to about the middle of the country. If you remember, a couple of days ago, we had a snowstorm in the Colorado, Denver area and in Wyoming and even up to Montana. Now we're above average. So that's your May weather. It kind of gets all over the place. 60s down the Kittitas Valley tomorrow. And again, those wind gusts could peak at somewhere around 65 miles an hour. In the Yakima Valley, breezy as well with winds at 35. Temperatures in the 70s and the 80s. Seeing the 70s and 80s in the Columbia Basin. A little bit less chance of those strong winds here, about 30 miles an hour. But the foothills of the Blues, including Lexington, Hebner, Pilot Rock, Pendleton, we could see some gusts up to 50 miles an hour. So let's take a look at that forecast as we move into Saturday. And that's when things are going to get a whole lot better. Temperatures much more mild. Winds will be much lighter as well. But that doesn't last for long. We're going to see those winds start to pick back up on Sunday. So enjoy your Saturday. If you have plans with mom, Columbia Basin, Tri-Cities 80s, 70s in the other areas. Let's take a live look around the Pacific Northwest. It is beautiful. We're looking at the port in Vancouver, Coeur d'Alene. The lake looks gorgeous. Spokane's got sunshine, as well as Seattle. And if your weekend plans take you traveling about, to look for 60s and 70s in the Seattle area with partly cloudy skies. Traveling to the Portland area, it's going to be pretty nice, about 80 degrees on Saturday, however, and a few clouds rolling in by Sunday. And for the weekend up in Spokane, we're also going to see 70-degree temperatures with clouds moving in on Sunday, 81 degrees. Here's your 7-day planner. First alert weather day there. Again, very gusty winds. Those winds returning in Ellensburg on Mother's Day. So once again, we could see a wind advisory issued there. Yakima looking good as we're in the 70s and 80s. For the Tri-Cities, gorgeous weather all the way through, staying in the 80s for the next 7 days. Hermiston 70s, moving back to 80s, and temperatures hitting those middle 80s by the end of the week. And Walla Walla also looking great. Breezy winds, and unfortunately tomorrow an alert day with the balloons. I was reading up on ballooning. They can't even really safely fill them up if the winds are sustained at 10 miles or 15 miles an hour. So that doesn't seem very windy, but they got to be safe. So. Oh, absolutely. They have to. We even had in the news, what was it, a couple weeks ago, we had 2 different ballooning incidents, not here, I believe in California, where just like a gust of wind just took the balloons. And if you've ever been in a hot air balloon, I have 2 times. You don't, you want a calm day.
Yeah, but it's nice, right, when you're up there?
Oh,
I've never been.
It's one of the most peaceful, beautiful experiences. I love it. So if you ever have a chance to hot air balloon, you should do it.
Absolutely. All right, well, coming up, an unusual call teaches us all a lesson. Find out how this rescue mission ends.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
So I'm a general dentist who focuses on Invisalign, airway dentistry, and early interceptive orthodontics. We have such a diverse group of providers, and they all have their own special subset of skills and area of expertise and things that they really enjoy doing. I mean, we have a really broad variety of skill sets here, and so I think it's really nice to be able to have all that collaboration in-house to be able to treat our patients. I think balance is my biggest accomplishment. I'm a mom of 4 as well, and so that work-life balance I think is my biggest accomplishment. Being able to have a professional career and also balancing that family life, I think to me feels like a pretty big accomplishment.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
If you're having emotional, psychological, or severe anxiety issues, get help. Taking care of your mental health is vitally important. Find out more at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Mental health services at Prosser Memorial Health's primary care clinics. Visit prosserhealth.org.
Why wait for Memorial Day? The savings start now at Walker's Furniture and Mattress. It's the Sit, Sleep, and Relax sale.
Everything you can sit down on, fall asleep on, or recline back in comfort on is on sale. Save store-wide on sofas, sectionals, recliners, bedrooms, dining, and mattresses. And explore our all-new outdoor furniture, perfect for Northwest living.
Plus, special 5-year financing is available with no money down.
Shop early and save big at Walker's, where quality just costs less.
I know you all have a few concerns.
My internet is too fast.
That's good.
Why aren't they forcing me to sign a contract? Is it me?
Yeah, and I'm saving too much money by switching.
My install was too quick and painless.
Now my connection is the most stable thing in my life.
What's Zipley's endgame here? I'm sure there's an explanation.
I feel like my world is crumbling.
Calm down. Folks, who threw that? Did that have sprinkles?
Zipley Fiber, starting as low as $60 per month with no strings attached.
Hey. Here we go. Can I get your hat? How does psoriasis know the worst time to show up? Was that a flinch? It's not like psoriasis is contagious. He's got no idea what I've tried. Lotions, pills, light therapy. I'm done. So done.
Talk to your dermatologist about your psoriasis symptoms and treatment options. Go to sodone.com.
Sometimes curiosity gets the best of people and animals. This poor skunk got its head stuck in a cup, as you can see here. This was in Parker, Colorado. One courageous cop got tasked with rescuing the animal, so careful to avoid the smelly end of the encounter. This first responder bravely used a bare hand to free the skunk from its predicament. The police department posted the video as a reminder to help protect wildlife, saying, "Littering really does stink." And there it goes. And that wasn't the only rescue. In Florida, a father and son duo of St. Cloud police officers played a key role in a boat rescue on a lake. Take a look. The small boat carrying 6 people started sinking about 2 miles from shore during a storm on Saturday. The sheriff's office used a helicopter to find the boat and guide rescuers to it. Some people on the boat got in the water. All 6 were brought to safety. No reports of anyone seriously hurt. Still ahead in our 6:30 half hour, are you ready for a new addition to your family? The event bringing together police and pet lovers when we return.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available on everything you wash. Unstoppable's Unlimited Collection. Add it to your wash and everything will smell divine. Luxury laundry scent beads so you can smell unstoppable.
Did you know CancerGuard can help screen for multiple cancers?
Good to know.
CancerGuard helps screen for over 50 cancers, even before symptoms appear.
Wait, what?
It's one simple blood test.
That really is good to know.
CancerGuard, from the makers of Cologuard.
Celebrate the 28th anniversary of Legends in May. We're dropping fat stacks like it's hot every Thursday, every hour from 6 to 9 p.m.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute.
It gets even fatter. Kick it with us May 15th and let's take it back to 1998 with a live DJ, free swag, and a chance to roll out on a brand new Kia K4 or Nissan Sentra. Use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries, fresh rides, fat stacks, free swag. Only at Legends Casino Hotel, because fun is how we roll.
Home isn't just walls at a roof, it's where hope begins. With Tri-County Partners Habitat for Humanity, you can build that home together with people who care. Our path to ownership is affordable and supportive, with education and partnership at every step. Wondering if you qualify? Fill out our online application. We are building in Benton and Franklin counties and in Walla Walla. Apply online today. Let's build the place you'll call home.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. And their offer makes you feel even smaller. Call me, attorney Mariana Morales. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Does that insurance company make you feel small? Tell them you got the heavy hitter and watch how big you feel. Injured in a car wreck?
Big thanks.
Get big help. Call me.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
At Apple Valley News Now, we're on your side. But what does that mean?
It means we know our area, not just the big places, but all of the cities and towns that make up our special part of the Pacific Northwest.
It means accurate forecasts, so you'll get no surprises when heading outside.
And being on your side means we're looking for solutions and getting answers, always putting you first.
It's not easy, and that's why there's only one station that's on your side.
We're Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side. Coming up on Apple Valley News Now live at 6:30, Yakima Basin communities brace for water shortage impacts. What the latest projections are now showing. Plus, Yakima Valley fights back against drug abuse with sneakers and sweat. The community fun run fighting addiction with fitness. Your news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Thank you so much for staying with us here on the news at 6:30. I'm Wendy Redman. Let's send you straight over to weather with Stacy Lee, watching a gorgeous forecast today.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming more of that tonight, right?
Yeah, looking good tonight. Beautiful. I do see the windmills moving up there in the Horse Heaven Hills this afternoon. Looking good though. 79 in the Tri-Cities. Winds from the southeast at 7. Our humidity at 20%. So yeah, just a very nice evening out there. Enjoy. Temperatures already down in the 70s. And still sitting at 80 in Sunnyside, but temperatures remain warm, but will be cooling down. Winds are cooperating for a change. Now we have seen the winds starting to pick up in Ellensburg, and that is going to be the case tomorrow. We have a first alert weather day as far as that goes for strong gusty winds. As I said, the temperature's looking good this evening, down in the 50s and 60s by 11. Here's where we get concerned when you see winds this high. It's been very dry. We haven't had rain for a while, and fire danger increases when we see gusty winds just like that. But what makes us smile? Well, this photograph right here. This came in from Vicky, took this out in Ellensburg. Look at the beautiful clouds. I like the shape of those. So thanks for sending that in. Use the QR code right there on top of your screen. And for Mother's Day weekend in the Tri-Cities, ladies, moms, it's going to be beautiful weather, whether you're going to celebrate on Saturday or Sunday. I'll also tell you in just a little bit, if you're traveling, how that's going to look for Mother's Day as well. But those strong gusty winds pop up tomorrow, blowing dust also possible, flirting with the 90s by next week. Wendy?
Stacey, thanks so much. New numbers out today from the Bureau of Reclamation show the Yakima Basin is still headed for water shortages this irrigation season. Officials now say junior water rights holders are projected to receive just 52% of their normal water supply through September, while senior water rights are expected to get full allotments. The latest forecast shows reservoir storage remains strong, sitting at 96% full, but snowpack levels have dropped sharply to just 35% of average. The Bureau says it will continue updating the forecast monthly as conditions develop. Safe Yakima Valley is lacing up to help promote healthy choices and prevent drug abuse across the community. The organization is hosting its Community Fun Run this weekend in Yakima. It brings families, students, and residents together for a day focused on fitness and prevention. Organizers say the event supports youth programs aimed at steering kids away from drug use and toward healthier lifestyles through mentorship and positive activities.
Prevention is about community, and we have to link arms together. We can't go about it alone. This is the one thing where it isn't individualized. Mother's Day is on Sundays, so the moms have a great excuse to drag their children to the event, their families to the event, and hang out. The weather's going to be beautiful. We're going to be playing music. Austin Reed's going to be emceeing. I mean, what more could they ask for?
Go Austin! The fun run starts at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon at Zeppel Stadium. Registration is open to all ages, with proceeds helping to fund Safe Yakima Valley's prevention and outreach programs. Kids 18 and under get in for free. Tri-Cities Animal Services is inviting the community out this weekend for its annual Fur Babies and the Fuzz adoption event in Pasco. The family-friendly event will feature adoptable pets, local law enforcement, food vendors, and activities designed to help animals find forever homes. Organizers say the event is also a chance for people to learn more about the shelter and resources available for pet owners across the Tri-Cities. Officials say one of the biggest challenges right now is kitten season, with many young animals needing foster care before they're ready for adoption.
So right now we're seeing a challenge with it's kitten season. I've got one of our fosters here. These are kittens that are too young to be adopted. You know, they can't be spayed and vaccinated yet, but they still need care. They need people to come and cuddle them and take them home and just be kind of a interim family for them.
I love how that little one got to take part in that interview. Adoption fees during the event are $50 and include spay or neuter services, vaccinations, and microchipping. Organizers say many pets adopted during the event could go home with their new families the same day. Fur Babies and the Fuzz takes place Saturday from 10 a.m. through 2 p.m. at Tri-Cities Animal Services in Pasco. In other news tonight, a man is facing charges after his van exploded near a police precinct in Everett, Washington. Police say he allegedly set a fire inside the van Tuesday night and then sealed it up, causing it to explode. Thankfully, we're told no one was injured. But tonight, Alex McClune reports on what he allegedly told officers following his arrest.
Investigators believe this was an intentional explosion outside an Everett police precinct. A 35-year-old suspect drove his white Ford Transit van into the parking lot around 9 o'clock Tuesday night. He admitted to lighting a fire inside, causing pressure to build inside the sealed van before it ruptured about 50 feet away from the building, with an officer in a cruiser on the other side of the parking lot. The officer saw the man walking away from the flames. When asked if he was okay, the man raised his hands and dropped to the ground before he was arrested. The van's imprint, ashes, and some of its parts remain in the lot Wednesday. Court documents say the man was not hurt by the explosion. When asked why he showed up to the police station, the man told investigators that someone told him to go there. A specialist who placed a chip, he said, who told him to come to the police station to set his vehicle on fire. If I could go back in time, he told investigators, I would have stayed in the vehicle to die in the fire.
Probable cause finding for one count of first-degree arson.
In court Wednesday, state prosecutors asked the judge to place strict conditions if he posts bail.
Not possess firearms or dangerous weapons, no new criminal law violations, not use or possess incendiary devices, lighters, matches, gasoline, or fuel.
Officials didn't specify what kept him from the courtroom.
The suspect is being held on a $100,000 bond. Coming up, passengers from an infected cruise ship scatter across the globe, how the international tracking effort is now unfolding. And is there a potential for any dust concerns? Stay tuned. Stacy's coming back with your full First Alert weather forecast.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
If you'd like to improve your sleep, you're gonna love the Sit, Sleep, and Relax sale at Walker's Furniture, where the Memorial Day savings are starting early on Beauty Rest, Serta, and over 40 more styles of the best name brand mattresses. Save big, sleep better, and pay over time with no money down special financing for 5 years. It's never been easier to upgrade your sleep, pay less, and get up to $300 in free furniture and free delivery with select mattress sets. This week at Walker's.
Go ahead, crank the volume. We got you. USPS has increased daily package processing capacity by 46% in the past 5 years. And with USPS Ground Advantage, your packages stay in our secure network, dock to door, nationwide. For full visibility, near real-time tracking, affordable pricing, for peace of mind. USPS Ground Advantage.
My mind felt hazy and gray. I couldn't follow conversations. It was like I was in a fog. I was sleeping way too much. I was missing out on activities with my family. I felt underwater. Now I know it was depression. Recognizing my symptoms and finding support helped me manage it. Learn more about your symptoms at seehowiFeel.org.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2026 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some. Gimme Some Bagels.
Your special day starts with the one dress that makes everything else disappear. Adore Formal Wear and Bridal Boutique in Pasco carries wedding gowns, prom dresses, quinceañera gowns, something for every size, every style, every budget. The dress that was made for you shouldn't feel out of reach. Find yours at shopadoreformalwear.com.
Health experts are working around the clock to trace the hantavirus outbreak on a cruise ship that's claimed the lives of 3 passengers, with more infected. Brian Abel has the latest.
A race to contain a deadly virus. Doctors Wednesday flying a passenger from the quarantine ship MV Hondius to Amsterdam, then taken to a German hospital for observation and testing. It's among the latest steps by health experts to trace and stop the spread of the hantavirus.
It is incredibly important to be isolating these patients. These patients should not be walking around without a mask, even though they feel healthy.
Before the severity of the situation was understood, at least 30 passengers from around the globe disembarked from the boat at various ports and are now trying to be tracked down. WHO alerting these 12 countries of nationals who got off the boat at St. Helena Island. In the U.S., officials confirm 2 passengers are being monitored in Georgia, another in Arizona, and the New York Times reports California residents were on board. Other American passengers reportedly returned to Texas and Virginia. Symptomatic patients in Switzerland, South Africa, and the Netherlands are receiving care.
Just want to show that if we follow public health measures, we can break this chain of transmission, and this doesn't need to be a large epidemic.
Spain has accepted the World Health Organization's request for the ship to arrive in the Canary Islands, so the remaining 146 people from 23 different countries can get off, return home, and be monitored. Despite the frantic work, WHO's Director General insists countries are prepared and the risk of further spread is minimal.
WHO assesses the public health risk as low.
Brian Abel reporting.
The WHO stresses there is no evidence of a widespread transmission risk.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday Eve. It's been a beautiful Thursday afternoon all through the region. Look at this. This is what it looks like in Yakima right now. Weimar Skycam on the Atanum Ridge, 78 degrees. Your feels like in Yakima, 77. The winds are from the southwest at 7, humidity at 19%. And the temperatures are pretty much the same all around the Columbia Basin, foothills of the Blues, 50s up in the mountains, so really nice night. Now tomorrow we have a first alert weather day in the Valleys, Basin, and foothills due to gusty winds anywhere from 30 to 55 miles an hour. It's going to be dry. That could increase our fire danger, and we could see blowing dust around the region. The wind advisory kicks in for the Kittitas Valley tomorrow, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And it wouldn't be out of the ballpark to see a gust of up to 60 miles an hour plus. So just be aware. Some of the areas that get inundated with dust and dust storms are prone: Highway 82, 84, 395, 240, and even 24. So again, be safe out there. If you land in a blowing dust area, slow down. Make sure you have your lights on your vehicle. All right, we have 50-degree temperatures overnight, 48, however, for Yakima, 46 in Ellensburg. Taking a zone-by-zone forecast for tomorrow, 60s and breezy. Again, this is going to be where we're going to see the strongest gusts out of that shortwave that's moving through the area. Into the Yakima Valley, we'll see temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. The further down the valley you get, and those winds from the northwest at 35 miles an hour, 70s and 80s in the Columbia Basin, Benton City at 82, Prosser at 80 in the Tri-Cities, and the foothills of the Blues are going to be pretty comfortable. However, once again, we're keeping a close eye on those west-southwest winds at up to 50 miles per hour. Moving into the weekend, that's when things calm down. So Saturday's looking excellent as far as winds and all of that good stuff. So make your outdoor plans, those barbecues for mom. Saturday looks to be the day, because when we get into Sunday, we'll start to see those winds picking back up. All right, let's take a look around the Pacific Northwest, Coeur d'Alene to Vancouver and Spokane. It is a beautiful evening all around the region. But what does it look like if you're traveling to go see mom? In Seattle, you'll see 60s and 70s, comfortable temperatures, a little overcast and cloudy on Saturday and Sunday. For the Portland area, look for 70s, close to 80 on Saturday, and a little bit cloudy on Sunday. And if your travels take you to Spokane, we're also going to see pretty comfortable temperatures there with clouds moving in on Sunday. All right, your 7-day planning forecast, the alert day due to those high winds at 50 to 55, maybe even 60 mile an hour gusts, 70s as we move into Mother's Day weekend, and those high winds pick up again on Sunday. The rest of the week looking pretty good till the middle there, where the winds pick up again. Not bad in Yakima, first alert weather day for the gusty winds again. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Tri-Cities staying in the 80s for the next 7 days. Could see some blowing dust. I would close down the windows and again tie down any loose umbrellas, outdoor items, your patio furniture. Mine gets blown around every time we have wind. High winds expected in Hermiston tomorrow as well. Could see those winds picking up Sunday for Mother's Day, but temperatures are really nice. And again, if we just take the wind out of the equation, the weather's been just beautiful.
It has been. It's been wonderful.
Absolutely.
We've been getting spoiled.
Can we just stay like this all summer long?
That would be wonderful.
That would be great.
I vote for that. Are we taking votes on that?
Yes, can we vote on that? There we go.
All right, well, coming up in What's Trending, Feel the Need for Speed, how fans can celebrate 40 years of Top Gun.
Even on an antidepressant, there are days I feel stuck in my head. Depression symptoms, like lack of interest and negative thoughts, can hold me back. I wanted to break through. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis? With fewer symptoms from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, where would you go? Imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. And for adults with active psoriatic arthritis, Tremfya goes beyond the skin. Less joint pain, stiffness, and swelling is possible. And Tremfya even reduced fatigue. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
I know you all have a few concerns.
My internet is too fast.
That's good.
Why aren't they forcing me to sign a contract? Is it me?
Yeah, and I'm saving too much money by switching.
My install was too quick and painless.
Now my connection is the most stable thing in my life.
What's Zipley's endgame here?
I'm sure there's an explanation.
I feel like my world is crumbling.
Calm down. Folks, who threw that? Did that have sprinkles?
Zipley Fiber, as low as $35 per month with no strings attached.
At Good Shepherd Healthcare System, we're growing rapidly, meeting our mission to provide exceptional care close to home, adding top doctors, building new facilities, and investing in cutting-edge technology. We've expanded services, added an air transport base, and grown to over 1,700 team members strong. We're one of the region's largest and best employers, and all this growth is for you, and the best is yet to come.
And welcome back. Here's what's trending. Okay, movie lovers, the original Top Gun movie is returning to the big screen.
AMC says the Tom Cruise classic will be in theaters nationwide for 1 week starting May 13th. That's to mark the franchise's 40th anniversary.
AMC says it'll also show the 2022 sequel, Top Gun Maverick. Paramount confirms a third film in the franchise is in development, with Cruise expected to return. Wow.
But how is he going to top the first two?
Right.
What crazy stunt can he bring to this?
The tippity top gun.
The tippity top gun.
I don't know.
If it's actually named that, Stacey.
I would be happy. All right, switching to Florida, Disneyland is moving to modernize one of its oldest attractions.
Yeah, the California park says it'll replace the gas-powered cars on its classic Autopia ride? Is that how you say it? With fully electric vehicles? I haven't been on this one. A Disneyland official, Autopia, confirmed the current engines will be retired with the next 30 months, and the transition is expected in early 2027.
That's right. This move comes after pressure from electric vehicle advocates who urge Disney to ditch gasoline engines entirely instead of switching to hybrids. Autotopia opened with Disneyland back in 1955. It remains the last original attraction in operation in Tomorrowland.
Oh my gosh,
I know I've been on that, but I didn't realize, I thought they were on a track.
I've not been on it.
I didn't know they had gas. Wow.
The more you know, I guess. I didn't
Right.
realize that either. Now going all electric, okay.
No, I'm gonna have to think about it. All right. All right, fun stuff here on this Thursday. Stick around though, we'll have one final check of your weather forecast.
At Brett's RV and Marine Pasco, we're celebrating and you're invited. Join us Saturday, May 9th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for our grand opening. Come see the newly updated dealership, meet our adventure experts, and enjoy a great day with free gourmet hot dogs from Doggy Style Gourmet, cotton candy from Sugar Swirl, plus s'mores, games, and prizes. Meet Cinderella, Belle, and Rapunzel. Enjoy prize drawings and take advantage of special pricing on all RVs and boats. Learn more at brettsrv.com.
When you need longer-lasting body pain relief, try Aleve. Just one dose of Aleve provides pain relief for up to 12 hours from all types of body pain. Aleve, longer-lasting body pain relief.
Don't sweat the technique.
When kids start making money, Chase has expert bankers and smart tools to help them manage it.
Wow, now that's a first deposit. Let's get your account open.
Chase, make more of what's yours.
And Doug.
That name on your shirt, it means something. Because Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. Tommy, stop that. Now let's get out there and play like it.
Again, Doug? Parents need to stay over there.
Sorry, Coach.
No, so get your little buddy.
Limu, no! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Hot tub, hot tub, hot tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2026 inventory. Friday through Sunday. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2026 inventory. Deep, deep discounts. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Benton County Fairgrounds, Kennewick. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
On board Rocky Mountaineer, your journey through the Canadian Rocky Mountains is like no other. One moment you're surrounded by towering giants. You've never felt so small. The next moment, you've never felt so taken care of. Now that's a journey worth taking. Rocky Mountaineer.
For 50 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and have been making moms feel special with beautiful custom arrangements and thoughtful gifts for decades. Let our experienced designers help you with all your floral needs, ensuring every bouquet is as special as the woman it celebrates. Visit us today on Clearwater and Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Well, after a beautiful day today, get ready for those winds. They come back tomorrow, so a couple of alert days, and we potentially could see another gusty day, especially in the Kittitas Valley on Mother's Day. Temperatures, though, pleasant. If we can just get past the windy days, weather's looking great. That's where things are dicey. Look at the gusts on the right side of your screen there. Yeah, very, very windy, but temperatures, again, pretty pleasant tomorrow. Here's what Saturday looks like. Much nicer on Saturday. As we head into Mother's Day weekend, the winds are going to be a lot better, and temperatures are also going to be pretty nice there as well. For Walla Walla, that balloon stampede tomorrow, but Saturday's looking good. So I know they light the balloons up at the park, the night glow. It's just something to go see, and I really want you guys to go check it out.
That's got to be gorgeous.
Yep.
But yeah, hopefully those winds stay away enough for them.
There you go.
All right, that'll do it for us. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Have a great night. We'll see you back here at 11.